And we're back, guys. Good energy. Tennis in a minute. We have a lot to discuss. Big game, Jesse P. Coco, Gauff, the right now of tennis, and the semifinals here in Saudi Arabia. As always, this coverage is brought to you via the Doctrine of Fair Use to Fair Dealing and the Digital Millennium Act. Let's get ready. We're going to start first with Jasmine Paolini taking on big game Jesse P. Listen, guys, there are a ton of scenarios for who can get in. That's right, guys. So Jasmine is officially eliminated. But will she play the bracket buster, the party spoiler? We will see, guys. But she's taking on someone she has never beat on the main tour. That's right, guys. They've played 5 times, Pegula and Jasmine. And Jasmine has lost all 5 times. That's right, Little Italy, a.k.a. Ciao Bella. Listen, this is going to be a big match here, right? Now, Pegula, she has the mental confidence. She has the focus. She knows this is a match she should win. But let's take a look at some of these scenarios, right? So Pegula gets in. If she wins in 2 or 3, and Sabalenka wins in 2 or 3. It's as simple as that, right? Pegula's got to win, and Sabalenka has to win. And Pegula's in. That's the most straightforward example. However, ladies and gentlemen, things get a little dicey if Jasmine wins in 2, or if Jasmine wins in 3. Then things get a little bit crazy here. And listen, let's go back to 2021, Mexico, Guadalajara. Karolina Pliskova, she had a good tournament, 2-1, and she did not make the semifinal match. The Greek goddess snuck in. Whoa, that was very interesting. Now, yeah, so who made, no, I'm sorry, not the Greek goddess. The last 4 we had a net Kontaveit, a net big game Kontaveit. We had Paula Badosa, who played an amazing tournament. We had Garbiñe Muguruza, who's the WTA tournament director. And by the way, she's doing a good job here in Saudi Arabia. She's the finals tournament director. And listen, she said it's all about the players. They have the new practice facility. They have the new players lounge, the elevated court. She's done some great things. And Sabalenka, right? Sabalenka made it. So, yeah, I think with Sabalenka, Kontaveit, Badosa, and Garbiñe. Or was it Sacri? It was either Sacri or Aryna Sabalenka. If anyone knows, comment in the comment section below. But listen, guys, if Jasmine wins in 2 or 3 and Sabalenka wins in 2 or 3, guess what? Sabalenka and Coco's in. But if Sabalenka lose, we're going to talk about Sabalenka's possible, because listen, Sabalenka, if she loses, okay, let's talk about Coco and Sabalenka next. Let's just stick to Pegula and Paolini. Okay, so if Jasmine wins in 2 and Sabalenka wins in 2 or 3, then it's Sabalenka and Coco. If Jasmine wins in 3 and Sabalenka wins in 2, then it's Sabalenka and Pegula. If Jasmine wins in 3 and Sabalenka wins in 3, then it's Sabalenka and Gauff. And I think this here is a scenario that a lot of Coco fans are looking at. If Jasmine wins in 3 and Sabalenka wins in 3, then Sabalenka and Coco make the semifinal. So in simple, Jasmine needs to win this match for the Coco fans, and this is going to be a tough match here, guys. Let's take a quick look here, because last time out against Coco, Jasmine did not play well at all, ladies and gentlemen. Her stats weren't that great. 0 aces, 0 double faults. She got 69% of her first serves in play, but she only won 64% of those. She lost 75% of the second serve. She was 1 for 5 on break points. She did have opportunities to pressure Coco, but she didn't do well. While Pegula last time out against Aryna Sabalenka, it did go 3 sets. She had 3 aces. She got 67% of her first serves in play. She won 66% of those. She won 63% of the second serve. 4 for 8 on break points. So she did break Sabalenka early and often, but Sabalenka is just so tough. I mean, you break Sabalenka, she comes back harder. She's just very tough to play, you know. It's just her adrenaline. And by the way, we're going to talk battle of the sexes because, I think if you're going to look, Billie Jean King's historic, right? We know she's got to win in the battle of the sexes. But I just think if you're going to have the battle of the sexes and Radmita, who's, she does commentary on the WNBA and the NBA. She was a sideline reporter for the Big Three. She had some interesting things she talked about, and I want to talk about battle of the sexes because if you're making Nick Kyrgios have all these extra rules, then it's not really battle of the sexes. So he's only got a first serve. He's dealing with a shortened version of his court. I mean, listen, I think Serena Williams said it best as the best female player of all time. She said, look, I can't beat even an average male tennis player. The strength differences is just too much. And look, I don't know about this battle of the sexes thing. I don't think we need that this time. But, okay, let's talk the head-to-head. So if we're going to talk the Billie Jean King Cup, which they did play, Jasmine did win the last time they faced each other, right? And that was this year. That's the only time they played this year. All other times they've played on tour, and we go back to the ITF where they faced each other in 2016, Pegula's won all their meetings in straight sets, right? They've played 2018 in Houston. That's when the tour used to be in Houston. Now it's just the ATP. She won that in straight sets. She beat her at the Indian Wells in 21, right? And we saw Jasmine. She had a great run that year. She beat Sabalenka. Charleston, we saw her defeat Paolini on clay. In Montreal in 23, she also beat her in straight sets. But this year, Jasmine did beat Pegula. So for Coco fans, she has done it. And I'm going to take Jasmine to win this match, ladies and gentlemen. I think overall, Jasmine's a faster, more explosive player. I think what she did indoors at the Billie Jean King Cup shows you that she can beat Pegula. And in fact, I just think Pegula's overvalued here. I think it doesn't make any sense. Now, look, I'm not saying Pegula can't win the match. I mean, she should win the match historically. But I just think Jasmine's going to play spoiler here. And again, a win from Jasmine, all Coco has to do is win a set, and she's in. And we're going to go here and take a look at this matchup, ladies and gentlemen. That's right, guys. Here we go again. Aryna Sabalenka hits hard, taking on Coco Gauff, the right now of tennis, ladies and gentlemen. Now listen, the world's ranked number 3, the world's ranked number 1. Coco owns the head-to-head. They've faced each other 11 times. Coco's won 6 of them. And this will be the 3rd meeting this year, ladies and gentlemen. Now, they faced each other last at the French Open in the final. Coco down a set. She should have won the tie break. She came back and won the 2nd and 3rd set, and she got her 2nd slam. Before that, they faced each other in the Madrid final, where Sabalenka won that. Coco should have won the 2nd set as well, but Sabalenka would win that in straight sets. The head-to-head is 1-1 this year. Historically, on hard surfaces, look, let's go back to last year, the Masters. Coco won that match in straight sets. Indoor hard's a different animal. Wuhan in 24. Sabalenka won that. That was outdoor. The Australian Open in 24. Look, we talked about that. Coco up 6-5, serving for the set. Look, 30 love. It just, everything went downhill in that service game. Even up in the 2nd set. 4-4, 30 love. The go-ahead, just a collapse here. I think the outfit was too tight. The U.S. Open 23, Coco's first slam, she won that, right? Indian Wells 23, Sabalenka won that in straight sets. Toronto 22, Coco wins that in 3. Lexington 2020, Coco beats Sabalenka 2-1. So they've played the majority of their matches on hard, but I want to look at last year's Master Cup. Coco showed her speed. She showed her ability to just hang in there in the pocket with the forehand, mix it up with the backhand. And again, I say it all the time, when Coco plays Sabalenka, the key to disrupting her offense is getting her to come forward, right? The two left feet. She's improved her net play, but I've seen her go away from the drop shot recently. I think last year her drop shot looked really, really good. I said her drop shot's just as good as Ludmila's. She's went away from the drop shot. Now she's just overpowering opponents. But I do see the slice. It does look good in Sabalenka's game. But ladies and gentlemen, we're talking hard. And I think Coco's speed disrupts everything. We saw Jasmine with a pretty good strategy against Sabalenka, just keeping the ball in the center of the court, taking away her angles. If she wants to get aggressive with winners, making her have to thread the needle. I think Coco should mix in some of that game plan as well, and I think she'll do well. Listen, guys, I got Paolini winning that against Jessica Pegula, even though all she has to do is get it to go 3, and Coco wins and she's in, guys. We're going to go over this scenario one more time, ladies and gentlemen, because there's a lot at stake here. Now, this is what happens for Coco to get into the semifinal easily. If Coco Gauff wins in 2, she's in. It's simple as that. However, ladies and gentlemen, if Coco wins in 3 and Pegula wins, then it's going to come down to a percentage of games. That's right. That gets pretty darn interesting. A percentage of games. But let's just keep it simple. Coco wins this match in 2, and I think Paolini wins. Coco's in. Tennis in a minute. Comment below. What do you guys think? A lot of different scenarios here. Comment below.